Hi everyone. So with Debbie in Australia and my being the dad, I took out my youngest, Hepzibah, she's my baby girl, to see the Queen of Versailles. Now it's the number one musical on Broadway, but it has a very important moral message. And the message essentially is American excess, need for more, incessant, our addiction to more is killing us. Now this is a subject very relevant because I wrote a whole book called The Blessing of Enough. So let me just take you back for a second. Back when I was close to Michael Jackson, I always talked about excess because he would spend this money on all this stuff. We saw it in documentaries about him. What is the essence of happiness? Is it stuff? There's no question. Poverty does not bring you happiness. So let's not go to that extreme. But the other extreme of needing consumption, that objects bring joy, that material things actually bring happiness, has been proven wrong a million times, and that's the moral of that story. So it's about a young woman. She's a single mother. She has no money. She marries a billionaire. She wants to build the biggest house in America. It's a true story, I'm pretty sure. There's a whole documentary on Netflix about it, right? Queen of Versailles, and the documentary wins the Sundance Film Festival. But then the 2008 crash comes, and they lose all their money. When they get their money back, because they're bailed out by the government, the eldest daughter dies of a drug overdose. Well, that seems too trite. It's a terrible tragedy. But okay, typical story. Too much money leads to addiction, leads to death. That's not why this is so bad. The reason it's so bad is that there's a hunger inside us which wants to be satiated by purpose, like Viktor Frankl wrote in Man's Search for Meaning. We all hunger for things. But I always say, when it comes to material things, you should have satisfaction. When it comes to spiritual purpose, you should be endlessly voracious. I live for my people. I live for the Jewish people. I live for Israel. I live for family. It doesn't mean I'm not materialistic. Believe me, I'm as materialistic as the next person. It's just that it's something that I need to fight and to find joy with my grandchildren and my children. Adam and Eve, think about this. What is the story of the most famous story ever told? Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. They live in paradise. They have each other. They have love. So how does it all go so terribly wrong? America's paradise, richest country in the world. How is it going so wrong? God forbid. Answer: because the serpent comes along and he bites Eve, metaphorically. He says to her, why are you smiling? She said, why should I be smiling? I have a man that loves me, Adam. I live in the Garden of Eden, beautiful trees, beautiful flowers, and I have everything I need. He said, really? Everything? No, you don't. How does that tree over there taste? According to Jewish tradition, it wasn't an apple, it was a fig. But how does the fig taste? She said, oh, that's the one tree I can't have. I'm not allowed to eat. And he said, how can you be happy? You mean there's a Birkin bag you don't have and you're happy? There's a Rolls Royce you don't have and you're happy? There's a vacation that you haven't taken and you're happy? You haven't seen the South Pole and you're